You guys want to say anything before we start? Or?
I think, Nick, do you want to say anything?
I think everyone knows why they're here.
That's true.
You guys, I sent out an email, you guys saw the list, I think there's 38 people that have inquired. This is Jody.
Capilouti?
Capilouti from USM. He's kind of here just to answer any of our questions, concerns, kind of go through what the course is going to entail on our end. I'm just kind of the middleman. I'm just trying to, John told me to do this, so we're working on it, so. So every question you have, just answer. And I think Jody said it would be important before you sign up for a 3.5, 4 year commitment that you kind of know what you're about to sign up for. So, I don't know.
Sure, well I can start. Can you get to the graduate page? That might be easier. Well, first of all, right there, hit there. I'll just sort of talk too. Appreciate the call down. At USM we run a number of programs, some on campus and some off campus. Right now we run 2 off-campus programs, one at Gray New Gloucester, which is 16 students, 16 teachers, who want to be certified as an assistant principal. So they're in their own cohort, and they started last fall. They take 2 classes a year, and after that they'll probably join the regular program. And we run what's called LTS cohorts, which will lead us for tomorrow's school cohorts. This is our 9th one. And they take approximately 3 years, and students are recommended by their school systems, and they take 7 classes together. And those 7 classes are offered on a specific night of the week. This semester is this next cohort is Tuesday nights, in which you know for 3 years or 4 years you're going to take a class on Tuesday nights at 4 o'clock. And the nice thing about that is you have maybe anywhere from 3 to 5 students from your school district in that cohort. You work with other school districts, but most of your work is done back in your school setting, all your papers and projects. And the group we have this time, the schools involved this time are Portland, Scarborough, Yarmouth, Falmouth, and I think SAD 6 are the school districts that send students to that. If we go off-site to do other programs like this, we usually have to pick one program because we can't deliver multiple programs in one place. And usually we have to have the university requires us to have a specific number of students. Then if it goes below that, you have to come to campus. So hopefully that doesn't occur. The program we had talked about was a program leading to certification either of the principal, a curriculum director, or a special ed director. That would be the option. You would all take the same classes, what night of the week we picked. They're all usually at 4 o'clock. There's also interesting from Massabesic at this time. I'm going there tomorrow. Somebody's been there once. I'm going back tomorrow to see how many numbers they have. So that, in essence, is what it is. You take all the same classes together. You take them on the same day of the week. You take 1 class a semester. You take one in the fall, one in the spring. We have no winter at USM. We cut out winter. And one in the summer. We usually try to schedule the summer course May, June. Usually there's a couple nights a week, so people aren't taking classes in July and August. So if they want to take an extra class in July and August, they can. That's probably the fastest description I've done of that. If there's interest between Sanford and the both schools, we would start a cohort as soon as we could pull it together. Because we don't have to follow any calendar that the university follows. Because we go through our own professional development center, so we don't have to start like on January 17th and end on a certain date. We have flexibility there. So that's pretty fast. What can I answer? What can I answer for you?
You have graduate credits already. How does that fit into this? Or do you have to do all of the...
We'd have to have so many, the university wants us to have so many students to send somebody off campus to cover all the expenses. The number changes a lot. It's been 18, now it's almost close to 20. Could you be part of it if there are enough people who generated enough courses without that? That make sense?
So you could hop in.
You could hop in. If you were mostly the way through, you probably wouldn't want to hop in. If you had a ton of credits, you probably would either want to go someplace else or come to campus or do something else. But you have to guarantee so many credits for us to leave leave home. Everything's tuition driven. And if we have enough students, they'll let us run it. I don't know if I answered your question, but it would be individual basis. There's so many people who say we're going to take all the courses. Now, we obviously know that life gets in the way, and sometimes you drop out for a semester, you have some personal issues, you have some family issues, school's overwhelming, you can drop out, and you have to pick the course up at another time. I mean, life happens. You don't always get the, just like with your kids, they don't always there every day, right?
So is it 20 you're looking for the full enrollment? Is that a number that you're?
Well, to be safe, you'd want more, because if you lost 3 or 4, you'd end up with your bodies driving to Gorham.
25? Is that?
I would think that's a safe number, because somebody may start and say, this thing sucks, right? What am I doing? This is a lot of work. Why am I doing this? And that can happen, right? I mean, it can happen the second course. You can say, well, my ideas have changed, my career goals have changed. Maybe I'll do an online with Phoenix. I don't know, whatever it might be, right? That could happen. It doesn't usually happen. We haven't lost anybody from Gray yet, and we don't lose people from the LTS. I think the nice thing about it is we use our regular faculty members or adjuncts we've known for a while, and the classes are face-to-face. You come and talk to each other. And I think that's the attraction that there is.
So the faculty would come here to see?
Faculty would come here. Yeah, would come here to teach.
1 day a week.
1 day a week. It would either be, I said Monday, it would be Monday or Tuesday, I'm not sure which day. We all teach a full load on campus. So and I already have people going to Gray. And I have to figure out who's going to go. I have to have the whole schedule done before we start. So I'm finalizing the one for Scarborough right now, so I have to say, well, who's available at this time to go here? But they would come here. That's a teacher trying to find the room, right? They'd come here or Masterpiece, wherever you worked it out to be.
How long would the classes be?
The classes go from 4 to 6:30. And each graduate class is supposed to be 37 and a half contact hours. In actuality, it ends up being 14 weeks, usually a semester, the way the calendar usually works. But on official graduate policy, it's 37 and a half hours per class. It's once a week and 2.5 hours.
So
If you do the summer class and you decide to do May and June, then it would be like 2 nights a week because you have to get that many hours in. In the summertime in Gorham, Portland, we run campus. We don't offer many courses in Gorham anymore. Nobody can get there. It's just, really, it's too hard. The parking's too hard. And no matter where they come from, it's easy to get to Portland campus. So we usually offer our classes on Portland. But, question here. Oh.
I was just going to say, so is it Sanford cohort, do we have any input on the day of the week, or is it strictly what's
Well, either be
available?
Monday or Tuesday. The day would be when I can get people to commit to come based on their schedule. Either be Monday or Tuesday. It would never be Wednesdays. And it wouldn't be Fridays. Nobody wants to go to class on Friday, except we do run a weekend PhD program now. So when we also teach in Aroostook County. So we're thinking of going back up there. When we go to Aroostook County, we teach Friday nights and all day Saturdays. Then we drive back. So it has to be Monday or Tuesdays. That would be, and then we just lock that day in. And what happens is if it's Sanford, the administrators make a commitment that if you're in this program, you can be here at 4 o'clock. You don't do a faculty meeting or something else. They say you're going to be there. You can be there at 4, unless something's burning down. We're not going to hold a meeting at that time. That's the commitment they make because you got to be here, right? So those would be the 2 days of choices. If you guys had a preference, we could try to figure it out. But usually it's half and half. When I said there's never a yes.
Is this the one, is the one that's up on the board, is that the one that you were thinking about?
Right, so in MS&Ed leadership, you would get certified as a building administrator. When you finish it, you could be assistant principal, a principal, curriculum director, or special ed director. I have a lot of young students here. Part of this, a significant part of this program is a year-long internship, which I think sets our program apart from most others. You do a year-long internship, so 9 credits of the 36 is an internship, and 3 other credits are a seminar, which is a companion course to the internship. So the internship is, when the internship takes place, we meet every 2 or 3 weeks all year, and the schedule's known ahead of time. And it's pretty extensive, but it would be done, mostly it's done in your district, working in your district. Some can be done in other districts. We have people who take sabbaticals to do it, but I'd say 90% of the people work right in their own schools, in their own districts. And we encourage you to 40 hours to get outside, go someplace else, because you can only learn so much where you are.
You said 36 credits total?
36 credits total. As of right now, the state is putting through a requirement that all people need to have a special ed law class beyond what you took to be a teacher. And we're trying to figure out if it's a proficiency-based standard, which we could say we don't have to add 3 more credits, or is it a credit-based? Am I making sense?
Yep.
Because I'd like to add like 1 credit to the school R and reposition some of the content so you don't have to pay for another course. Nobody argues that you shouldn't need more information about that, but it's just, you can only go about so many hours and it doesn't make any sense for people. You can never know enough no matter what you do, right? And you still never know enough when you get your first job.
So it's a 3-year process for,
But it depends, if you take 1 course a semester, it's 4 years. And usually if districts go by how much you get reimbursed. So basically you take 1 course a semester for 4 years. What sometimes happens is this, is after 2 years somebody will say, I don't want to spend 2 more years on this, I think I really want to become an administrator, so I'd like to get credentialed earlier. So they fast track themselves and they double up on courses, and they come to Portland and they finish up with in the LTS group we have now that just finished, I think half of those students decided, they're mostly from Kennebunk and Portland, decided we want to finish earlier. We don't want to do 4 years. We'll pay the extra course so I can get certified in 3 years instead of 4. So if that option comes, then we got to make sure we have enough here to be able to run the courses.
so is it 3 years of the courses, then the internship? Is that the 4th
Yes, if
year?
we do it this
Okay.
way, that's how it's done, that's right. And you take a seminar class, either in the fall or spring, that goes with the internship. So the internship only meets like every 3 weeks, but you'll take the seminar either the fall or the spring semester. And that would be offered on the same time we offer the internships. You only had to come 1 day. Am I making sense? So if you were doing the everybody here was doing the internship.
How would that work?
You just do double like right now the students go from 4 to 9:30.
No, I mean, so, for example, if we have 25 people, and this may be a stupid question, maybe I'm not getting it.
There's no stupid questions.
I like that. So 25 people in this district are doing their internship at the same time?
Yeah.
How would a district accommodate that?
We have districts,
Or maybe I don't understand what the internship.
What's the
looks like.
internship involve, right? Is it simply
Okay.
giving up your prep period?
no. Internship involves a number of things. One, you do 240 hours of pretty much observing leaders. 240 hours observing, and you journal all you observe. The total internship is based on what's called the ISLIC standards. The ISLIC standards are standards nationally that school administrators have to meet, like you have teacher standards, well, there are administrative standards, they're called the ISLIC standards. So the internship is based on the ISLIC standards, as is the whole program. And our program is state approved to meet the ISLIC standards. So the internship piece really is a year-long effort. You roughly spend 10 hours, you should budget 10 hours a week doing things.
So 240 within a school calendar year?
Yes, yes, right.
Okay, so contractual days, 181.5 would be 1.3 hours per day of contractual working days, right? Is that what you said?
That's
People-
what he's saying.
People do it,
Oh,
No, but I mean, it would be tough to fit.
People-
would it be coming in the summer to observe?
people do it all sorts of ways. You do at least 80 hours in the summertime. A lot happens in schools in the summer.
Okay, that's
So
what I was wondering. So it'd
you'd be
summertime.
part of curriculum meetings, hiring committee meetings, budget meetings. You wouldn't mow the lawn.
So,
You guys at the high school level, I spoke to Troy Watts and Jen Petzinger, and they both said, Jen's working on superintendent internship, Troy went through this same process, and it was a lot of, going to a lot of administrative meetings after school, doing some of those things, and Troy did a lot in the summer as well, just coming in. He actually went down and, observed Drew Patton down at the junior high, and saw what he was doing, so.
So you keep like a logbook, but in the summers, weekends, could be,
Well, we just, last year I had 4 teachers at Falmouth High School.